Hello everyone, myself Professor Khemchand Surana. In previous sessions, we have started with the anti-cancer agent, and in that we have seen the initially the alkylating agents and their details, and further we have gone through with the anti-metabolite anti-cancer agents. So these are what the two major classes of the anti-cancer agents we have seen previously. Now in today's session we will start with the new major class of the anti-cancer agent, that is what antibiotics. We can call it anti-cancer antibiotics agent. So in that today we'll go through the details of these antibiotics which are used as a anti-cancer, means we can call it anti-cancer antibiotics. So variety of anti-cancer agents available today which are derived from the natural sources, in that basically from microbial sources will be there, so we can call it as a antibiotics. And second is what the anti-cancer agents which are from plant sources. Okay, so the now here we have to discuss the anti-cancer agents from the microbial sources, and in next session we'll discuss the anti-cancer agent from plant sources. So these are what the two basic natural sources of anti-cancer agents. So both antibiotics as well as natural products from plant classes having multiple inhibitory effect on the cell growth. Okay, so whatever these antibiotics as well as the anti-cancer agent from the natural products which are having what multiple inhibitory effect on the cell growth, means they were useful as a useful onto the multiple target for cell multiple targets of the cell growth. They primarily act to disrupt DNA function and cell wall division. So basically how primarily they will act, so by disrupting the DNA function and cell division. So these anti-cancer antibiotics were act through the different mechanisms of antibiotics. So the different mechanisms of antibiotics, such as all anti-cancer agents bind to DNA or DNA associated proteins. So means what, the whatever the anti-cancer antibiotics agents, they were bind to what DNA either or the DNA associated proteins, and they were inhibit their cell function. Second is what, all inhibits RNA synthesis, means whatever the anti-cancer antibiotics agent, they will inhibit the RNA synthesis, means what, inhibition of transcription process. Next is what, most isolated from streptomyces broth. Okay, so whatever the antibiotics we have to discuss in this anti-cancer chapter, so all were isolated from what, streptomyces broth. Some induce DNA strand break by free radical production and or inhibition of topoisomerase second. So basically whatever the antibiotics, they will act through a different mechanism. So in that the some of uh, antibiotics anti-cancer, they were what, strand breaking agent, DNA strand breaking agent by the free radical mechanism, or also they were act through what, inhibition of topoisomerase second enzyme. So now today we have to discuss the different antibiotic classes which are used as what, anti-cancer agent. So in that the first subclass of these antibiotic is what, anthracyclines. Okay, so anthracyclines are the first subclass of these antibiotics which is used as a anti-cancer. So in that example is adrimycin. Okay, so first example is adrimycin. Also doxorubicin will be there, then daunorubicin, then idarubicin and carminomycin. Okay, so these are the antibiotics which will called as a anthracycline antibiotics. So adriamycin, or we can also call what, doxorubicin, daunorubicin will be there, idarubicin and carminomycin. So these anthracycline antibiotics basically obtained from the streptomyces species, that is what, streptomyces coerulorubidas. Okay, so first species is what, streptomyces coerulorubidas, and second is what, streptomyces peuceticus. So these are what the two streptomyces species from these anthracycline antibiotics has been obtained. They have a tetracycline ring. Okay, so basic structure of these anthracycline is what? They are having a tetracycline ring structure with unusual sugar downosamine. Okay, so they are having what? Tetracycline ring with what? Sugar downosamine. Okay, which is attached by glycosidic linkage. So just we have to look into the structure. Okay, structure of the anthracycline. So now here basic structure of the anthracycline given. Okay, there are 5 rings will be there, A, B, C, D and E. From A ring, okay, uh, uh, from A ring the numbering has been started. You can see the numbering into the basic structure, 1 2 3 4 onto the A ring, and at first position there is what? R1 substitution. Okay, so there is given what? R means what? The R1 substitution will be there. Now in second ring, that is B ring, at position 5 and 12 there is what? Ketonic group, C double bond O, C double bond O. And in third ring, that is C ring, at 6th position and 11th position, at both position there is what? Hydroxyl group will be there. Now at D ring, okay, the fourth ring, 7th position will be free. At 8th position there will be a ketonic group will be substitution with R4. Okay, and hydroxyl group also there. Now again 9th position will be free, and at 10th position there is oxygen ring will be there. Okay, so oxygen ring will be there, that is E ring we can call. At E ring there is what? CH3 NH2 and R2 and R3 will be substituted. So this is what basic structure of anthracycline. Now we'll move to the examples. So basic 2 examples we have to remember. Okay, there are different examples, but the daunorubicin and doxorubicin is most important. Okay, so in case of daunorubicin, so at R1 there is methoxy group. Okay, at R2 there is hydrogen, R3 hydroxyl group OH, and R4 there is hydrogen. And in case of doxorubicin there is R1 methoxy group, R2 H, R3 OH, and R4 again OH. Okay, so the main difference between these doxorubicin and daunorubicin is that at R4 there is in case of daunorubicin hydrogen will be there, and in case of doxorubicin there is what? Hydroxyl group. So this is what the difference. All other substituent are what? Similar. Okay, so initially what? Just remember the basic structure. Okay, and from that just try to remember these substituent. There is what? Methoxy, hydrogen, OH and H. And in case of doxorubicin, instead of hydrogen there is what? OH will be there. Okay, so by this you have to remember these structures. So this is what about daunorubicin and doxorubicin. Now the another examples from these anthracycline is what? Carminomycin. Okay, so in case of carminomycin, at 3 position, 3 means what? R1, R3 and R4 there is what? OH group, and at R2 there is what? Hydrogen only. Okay, so means what? At R1, R3 and R4 there is what? OH group will be there, and at R2 there is hydrogen will be there. Now vice versa, in case of idurubicin, you can see the idurubicin substituent. So there is what? Opposite to the carminomycin. Okay, just remember like this. There is what? Opposite to what? Idurubicin. So here is what? 3 hydrogen and 1 OH, but in case of carminomycin there is 3 OH and 1 hydrogen. There is what? Opposite thing in case of both these structures. Okay, so at R1, R2 and R4 there is what? Hydrogen will be there, and at R3 there is what? OH will be there. Okay, so just remember like this. Now the last example from this anthracycline is what? Your epirubicin. There is what? Methoxy group will be there, OH, H and OH will be there. So these are what? The different anthracycline structures. So now we'll move to the details of these anthracycline. Okay, so doxorubicin and daunorubicin are what? Tetracycline ring with sugar daunorubicin. Okay, so we have seen already what? The tetracycline ring and oxygen type of ring, that is what? Daunosamine means what? Sugar ring. Okay, they are DNA intercalating agents. Okay, so these are what? DNA intercalating agents, and that block the synthesis of DNA and RNA. So how they were act? By intercalation mechanism and by blocking the synthesis of DNA as well as RNA. So these agents basically imparts the red tint to the urine. Okay, means there is what slight red color into the urine. Once the therapy has been started with anthracycline, so whatever the patient passing the urine, which is what slight red color will be there. Okay, so these drugs were given IVly, and rapid distribution will be there through IV, and these are not crosses the blood brain barrier. Okay, so these will useful into the treatment of acute leukemias, lymphoma, and number of solid tumors. Okay, so these were useful in what different kind of tumors. So side effect of these anthracycline is what myelosuppression, alopecia, GIT disorder, as well as cardiac toxicity. Okay, so these are what the different side effect of these anthracycline derivatives. Now we'll discuss about the doxorubicin versus daunorubicin. So how it is helpful basically. So daunorubicin we can call DNR, okay, in short, which is useful in the acute lymphocytic as well as myeloid leukemia. Okay, so in case of acute lymphocytic as well as myeloid leukemias, this daunorubicin has been utilized, and the doxorubicin which is what useful in the chemotherapy of solid tumors, okay, including breast cancer, soft tissue sarcomas, and aggressive lymphomas. And this will act by the mechanism of DNA disruption. Okay, means disrupt the DNA initially what intercalate into the base pair, okay, into the DNA minor grooves. Okay, so they were intercalate at what minor grooves. In previous year in bioorganic chemistry we have seen the DNA major grooves as well as minor grooves. So in minor grooves they were intercalate and inhibit the topoisomerase second enzyme, okay, preventing the relaxation of supercoiled DNA, thus blocking DNA transcription and replication. Okay, so by preventing the relaxation of this supercoiling of the DNA, okay, they were block the DNA transcription as well as DNA replication, and this causes the free radical damage of the ribose into the DNA. Okay, so also they were cause what free radical damage of the ribose into the DNA. Now again we'll go through the mechanism of action in detail. Okay, so they were inhibit, already we have discussed, they were inhibit what topoisomerase. Into the diagram we can see the doxorubicin shown, which will act on the topoisomerase. Okay, and DNA drug interaction has been shown. Okay, so this is what the basic DNA structure, and this doxorubicin has been act. So initially what will happen? So intercalation will be happen. So doxorubicin intercalates between the adjacent nucleotide along with the DNA forming tight DNA drug interaction will be there. Okay, so DNA drug interaction is shown into the figure. So this interaction disturb the DNA synthesis as well as transcription. Okay, so whatever these interaction form between drug as well as DNA, so this has been disturb the DNA synthesis and transcription. After that they will also shows the enzyme inhibition mechanism. Okay, means they were inhibit, they were bind, doxorubicin will bind to the topoisomerase second, which is what key enzyme involved into the DNA synthesis. Okay, so this topoisomerase what require enzyme for what DNA synthesis. So initially this doxorubicin will bind to the topoisomerase enzyme and inhibit the this DNA synthesis process. And also one more mechanism of action of these anthracycline is what oxygen free radical mechanism, means generation of oxygen free radical. Okay, they were also produces these oxygen free radicals which will damage to the DNA and prevent the DNA synthesis. Okay, so these are what the three different mechanism of action of anthracycline antibiotics anti-cancer. Now again one more, how these doxorubicin will generate the free radical or the oxygen free radical. Okay, so you can see into the diagram. Okay, so there is what doxorubicin will reduce into the metabolite in the presence of cytochrome P440 reductase enzyme, with the help of what, oxygen, and this oxygen were converted into what, superoxide iron hydrogen peroxide, and this superoxide iron hydrogen peroxide will break this strand of the DNA. You can see the into the figure in white portion. Okay, so whatever the continuous strand of the DNA, it has been breaked by this superoxide hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so there are different notes has been given over here. So tissue with enough superoxide dismutase, okay, the tissue with enough superoxide dismutase as well as glutathione peroxidase, okay, glutathione peroxidase are protected. Okay, so the first note is what, the tissue with enough superoxide dismutase, okay, and glutathione peroxidase, okay, they were protected. If the tissue having enough concentration of these two enzymes, they were protected. Cardiac tissue lacks superoxide dismutase and catalyze the enzyme. Okay, so the whatever the cardiac tissue, they are having a lack of this superoxide dismutase as well as catalase enzymes. This may be the reason for the cardiotoxicity of the anthracycline. Okay, so these anthracycline having what, the cardiotoxicity side effect. So because of this reason, okay, what is that reason? So they are having a lack of superoxide dismutase as well as catalase enzymes. That's why they were showing the cardiotoxicity. So this is what the mechanism of action of anthracyclines. Now we have to discuss the second major antibiotics, that is what, bleomycin. Okay, bleomycin. So bleomycin is the natural complex glycopeptide antibiotic. Okay, this is what, natural complex glycopeptide antibiotics from the Streptomyces verticillius. Okay, from the what, species of Streptomyces verticillius. Okay, so efficacy against tumors mainly used in the therapy in combination with radiotherapy as well as chemotherapy. Okay, so these bleomycin having what, more efficacious in the combination with what, radiotherapy as well as chemotherapy. So these bleomycin were commonly administered as blinoxin, okay, a drug that includes the bleomycin A2 as well as B2. Okay, so this blinoxin has been given, okay, in the treatment. So this blinoxin is what, the combination of what, bleomycin A2 as well as bleomycin B2. So this bleomycin is useful in the Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphomas. Okay, Hodgkin's as well as non-Hodgkin lymphomas, also useful in testicular cancer and several other solid tumors. Okay, so also this bleomycin has been given by IVL, okay, intravenously, and having the kind of side effects, that is little myelosuppression will be there. Serious toxicity of bleomycins are pulmonary fibrosis will be there and impair lung function. Okay, so these are what the side effect of bleomycin. So now we have to discuss the structure of bleomycin. Quite complex structure, okay, but need to remember because this structure will be asked in examination for 3 or 5 marks. Okay, so I have given the different color square to the different substituted fragments. Okay, so initially what, the beta amino alanine. Okay, you can see the what are the chocolate color square box has been given. Okay, so beta amino alanine fragment will be there. Okay, so that is what, the amino acid fragment. Then pyrimidine ring will be there in yellow color. Okay, so again below that there is what, beta hydroxy histidine will be there. Okay, then further in red color there is what, alpha L glucose will be there, then alpha D mannose after that. Okay, again in different colors. Okay, so again the methyl valerate and threonine fragment, plus at the end there is what, bithiazole plus C terminus. Okay, so on this bithiazole ring there is what, R substitution. I have given the circle over here. Okay, at R group. Okay, so at R there is what difference between the bleomycin A2 and bleomycin B2. So this is what the quite complex structure. Okay, So need to practice this, okay, just practice the structure, just remember all these kinds of fragment whatever given into the square, okay, into different colors. Just practice these fragments, okay, and try to remember the structure, because this structure will be asked in examination, okay. So at bithiazole ring there is what, bithiazole means what, two thiazole ring has been substituted, and there is what, R group will be substituted, okay. So in case of bleomycin A2, okay, in case of what, bleomycin A2, there is what, R group substitution is NH CH2 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 SH CH3 twice, okay. And if it is bleomycin B2, at R there is what, NHCH2 4 times, then NHC double bond NH2 will be there, okay. So this is what the only difference between bleomycin A2 and bleomycin B2, okay. So initially just remember these basic structure, okay. This is what important. So whatever the fragment, okay, I have fabricated into, okay, different fragments, okay. So remember these fragments and practice it, okay. So this is what structure of bleomycin. Now we have to discuss the mechanism of action of bleomycin, okay. So quite simple mechanism of action. So effect on neoplastic cell in G2 phase, okay. So these bleomycin is active in what, G2 phase of cell cycle. In the cell replication cycle, the cytotoxic property of bleomycin are due to because of fragmentation of DNA, okay. So how it is cytotoxic, because of they are causes the different fragments of DNA. So it appears to cause scission of DNA, okay. So basically what happened, so how they were fragmented the DNA, by seizing, okay, by cutting, okay, by the interacting with oxygen and ferrous ion form, means Fe2 plus, okay. So Fe2 plus has been given over here, okay. So in the presence of oxygen and ferrous, that is what Fe2, okay. So they were seize the DNA, means cut the DNA and convert it into what, fragments. So this is what the mechanism of action. So it binds the DNA through what, amino terminal peptide, okay. So here is what, into the structure you can see the amino terminal group, okay, means at beta amino alanine, okay. So there is what, amino terminal group. From this amino terminal group they were bind to the DNA and activated the complex, generates the free radical, okay. After activation of complex they will generate the free radical and causes the DNA breaking, okay. So this is what about the mode of action. So in figure you can see again, so DNA bleomycin ferrous complex will be there, okay. DNA bleomycin and Fe plus plus means Fe2 plus, okay. So further this ferrous form of DNA bleomycin complex will convert it into DNA bleomycin ferric complex, okay, means from ferrous it will convert it into, from ferrous it will convert it into ferric, okay. So this ferric form of DNA bleomycin generates the superoxide as well as hydroxy radicals, okay. They will generate what, superoxide as well as hydroxy radicals, and these were helpful to seize or cut the DNA, okay. So this is what the mechanism of action of bleomycin with the help of oxygen and ferrous, okay. So now the third antibiotic from this antibiotic anti-cancer is mitomycin, okay. So mitomycin again quite simple structure, you can see the quite simple structure, remember it and practice it, okay. So this is what, alkylating agent mitomycin, okay, which is obtained from Streptomyces caspitosus, okay. So species is what, Streptomyces caspitosus. The mechanism of these mitomycin is basically alkylation will be there, okay. So alkylates the DNA and thereby causes the strand breakage, okay. So alkylation will cause, and because of alkylation there is what, strand breaking will be there, and inhibition of DNA as well as chromosome synthesis, okay. Once this chromosome as well as DNA synthesis has been stopped, there is what, growth of new cell has been stopped, okay. So these mitomycin will be used in combination with the vincristine, okay. So vincristine is what, plant source anti-cancer agent, that is what, from vinca alkaloids that we have to see in next session. Okay, so this will use in the combination with what, vincristine as a salvage therapy for the breast cancer. So in breast cancer it is what, useful. Then carcinomas of cervix, colon, rectum, lungs, head and neck. Okay, so in different cancers these mitomycin has been utilized. Now these mitomycin will given intravenously and having a kind of side effects, that is they will produces delay as well as prolonged myelosuppression. Okay, that preferentially affects platelets and leukocytes. Okay, so these are what the side effects, that is what prolonged as well as delay myelosuppression and affects on what, platelets and leukocytes. So this is what about mitomycin. Now the next antibiotic is what, dactinomycin, that is what fourth antibiotic, dactinomycin, or we can call D-actinomycin. Okay, so you can see the structure, there are two basic fragments. First is what, the important phenooxazone ring. Okay, so you can see the phenooxazone ring, and another is what, peptide. Okay, so peptide has been attached to this phenooxazone ring, and this is what the structure of dactinomycin. Okay, so numbering has been given. There are again three rings, ring A, B and C. The middle ring having what, at 5th position there is oxygen, and at 10th position there is what, nitrogen will be there. And in right side ring there is what, 1 2 3 4 will be there, and again substitution will be there over there. And at now the left side ring there is 9 8 7 as well as 6 position will mean 6 7 8 9 position will be there. On also the position 1 as well as 9 there is what, peptide ring has been linked. Okay, so whatever this peptide ring has been linked from what, position 1 as well as 9. Okay, so this is what the structure of dactinomycin. So just practice it and draw, just quite simple structure. So need to remember the only this sequence of peptide. Okay, so serine, proline, valine, threonine and methyl valine. Okay, so this is what sequence on both position at 1 as well as 9 position. So quite simple structure, just need to remember. So which is isolated from what, Streptomyces parvilius. Okay, so this dactinomycin is isolated from what, Streptomyces parvilius, which contain what, actinosin ring. Okay, so this dactinomycin having what, actinosin ring will be there, means what, 3-phenooxazone 1,9 dicarboxylic acid. Okay, actinosin ring means what, 3-phenooxazine 1,9 dicarboxylic acid. So this will given IVly. Okay, and this dactinomycin will not cross the blood brain barrier. Okay, so this is what about dactinomycin. So how it act basically, this dactinomycin, so it binds to the DNA. Okay, so mechanism is what, so this dactinomycin will binds to DNA and thereby prevent the DNA transcription. Okay, after binding they will prevent what, DNA transcription and messenger RNA synthesis, means mRNA synthesis prevention. The drug inhibit the enzyme topoisomerase also. Okay, so they will prevent what, DNA transcription and mRNA synthesis, also they will inhibit the topoisomerase second enzymes. So this dactinomycin is useful in what, rhabdomyosarcoma. Okay, so in case of what, rhabdomyosarcoma, then Wilms tumor in children, lymphomas, for immunological responses inhibition, particularly in renal transplantation. Okay, so in these cases this dactinomycin has been utilized. So side effect of these dactinomycin is myelosuppression, diarrhea, glossitis, stomatitis, alopecia and erythema. So these are what the side effect of actinomycin. Now the last antibiotic from these anti-cancer antibiotic is what, streptozocin. Okay, so quite simple structure again. Okay, there is what, sugar ring will be there. Okay, alpha deoxy glucose we can call it. Okay, then NHC double bond O, NN double bond O, CH3 will be there. So quite simple structure of streptozocin, just practice it and draw it. So this streptozocin has been isolated from what? Streptomyces acromogens. Okay, so isolated from what? Streptomyces acromogens, and it is what? Nitrosourea derivative. Okay, so this streptozocin is what? Nitrosourea derivative of what? Alpha deoxyglucose. Whatever the alpha deoxyglucose, their nitrosourea derivative has been synthesized. So this is what? Streptozocin. So it is act by what? Alkylation mechanism. So it is what? Alkylating agent, and similar in activity to other nitrosourea. Okay, whatever alkylating agent we have seen, so same kind of mechanism of this streptozocin. Okay, and this is, will be useful for what? Malignant metastatic islet sarcoma of pancreas. Okay, means whatever the cancer of pancreas, okay, or sarcoma of pancreas, in that this streptozocin has been utilized. So toxicity of this streptozocin is what? Renal toxicity and mutagenicity. Okay, these are two side effects, that is what? Renal toxicity and mutagenicity. Now here the anti-cancer antibiotics has been finished. Okay, so this will ask in examination for 10 marks or 5 marks. Okay, so important as per examination. So whatever the structure of anthracycline antibiotics as well as bleomycin we have seen, just draw both structures and practice them. Okay, also the other structures, mitomycin, streptozocin, dactinomycin, are quite simple as compared to anthracycline and bleomycin. Okay, so practice all the structures. Okay, so now in next session we will start the further subclasses of anti-cancer agent. Till that, thank you and happy learning.